Ever since Guardians of the Galaxy 3 came and went, Zoe Saldana has been making the rounds talking about what if scenarios and some things she wishes they could have done. The most recent comes at us directly from her in the Marvel Studios Assembled The Making of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, where she talks about the missed opportunity to do a spin-off series or movie based on her as Gamora and Nebula. There was rumors when Disney Plus was announced that there was Guardians of the Galaxy spin-offs and or specials in development, and possibly even original made for Disney Plus Guardians movies, which technically they did make it. The holiday special kind of counts as that. It's not a full movie, but it's not a short episode. Whatever the case, there was a special presentation. So it's interesting to know that some of these rumors about what could have been in development is something that's acknowledged. As literally Zoe said that at one point she had this idea and pitched a spin-off based on their sisterhood and what happened with the characters, their complex relationship, their connection to what Thanos did to both of them, and how this kind of a reverbed and had a giant effect through everything that the two characters did, interacting with the Guardians, and then separately when they were in a completely different mindset on a different team. So it looks like what she's essentially pitching here and what she says is a series that really would have dove deeper into what were they doing for Thanos, some of those despicable hit jobs that they were essentially a part of, and the pain that they went through and what kind of bonded them as the sisters, right? So that's honestly really interesting that they just kind of left this in the Disney special, but it makes me think that maybe it's there for fishing, seeing if there's interest and if they could pull something off out of it, which I think there would be interest, but in my opinion, it might be a little too late to go back 15 years in the MCU and fill in some of the gaps that we don't really need explained to have really no bearing on the future, right? Like, what would be the point? In my opinion, the best way to make it work would be if we got a modern day series that reunites them for a quest, and this story unfolds by sending only the two of them to specific locations where they committed heinous crimes, and that way we get some flashbacks, more exposition explaining what they did, why here, and how this ties to a more modern day story. I think that could be kind of cool. But a straight up prequel, I don't think that works right now. We get straight back into that like Black Widow territory where you're like, I know how it ends, so what's the point?